Hi, I'm Judy Vitale, your astrologer with ReadTheStars.com. Here is your weekly horoscopes at work forecast for the week of March 27th through April 2nd, 2017. Lots of stuff happening this week, so pay attention. I'm going to go through this quickly so I don't have you on here for too long. Starting with the new moon in Aries. It doesn't get much more powerful than this, folks. The energy of spring is such that everything is pushing up out of the ground, and so should it be with our projects. So on Monday, make a focused effort on something that you're starting that you want to see to come into fruition. It could be almost for the next year, but certainly for the next month. And I say it's for the next year because when the sun is in Aries, it is actually the celestial new year. It's where we start the zodiac all over again. And that's what we did when spring came a couple of weeks ago. So now we have a new moon at 7 degrees of Aries. It's at 10:57 p.m. on the East Coast. So pay attention to that moment in time. Maybe light a candle. Dedicate yourself to doing something really big and spectacular. Okay? Also, on Monday, we will have the moon in a sextile to Neptune. Then on Wednesday, we have Mercury trine Saturn. So Wednesday's going to be a great communication day, and I'll get to that in a moment. This is a part of it. Another kind of big configuration we have going on is going to be Jupiter square Pluto. That takes place on Thursday at 2:41 p.m. on the East Coast. And this is a big planet thing. It's about expanding our hopes and dreams. And so I want you to make sure you're tuned in for that as well. Then we have a couple of little planetary sign changes on Friday. And then again on Sunday, Friday, Mercury moves into Taurus, making people slightly less exuberant and quick with their thinking and more deliberate and also slightly stubborn. So if you want to get, somebody to agree with you, do it before Mercury moves into Taurus on Friday. And then on Sunday, Venus is retrograding, if you remember, moving backwards. And now it's gone from Aries into the sign of Pisces. And that's going to take place on Sunday at 8:25 p.m. Venus will be coming out of retrograde in mid-April, but not before Mercury goes retrograde. So if you're feeling a little bit like things are not really moving in the direction that you want them, that could be why. Now, let's go through this day by day so you can plan out your week. Monday is that full moon day, but in the morning, be very careful. The moon will be void of course from 6:19 a.m. to 10:10 a.m. on the East Coast. That means be careful making purchases, calling meetings, all that sort of things. The way that you plan things is not the way that things are going to turn out when the moon is void of course. And then we have the new moon on Monday night. So spend most of Monday figuring out what it is that you want to present to the world and get ready to show it off, okay? And then on Tuesday, the moon will be in Aries. The excitement of the new moon continues a little bit, and it will make a square to Pluto and an opposition to Jupiter. So there's a whole lot of hopes and dreams and putting our ideas out there on Tuesday. Wednesday, like I mentioned in the beginning, we have a great day for communication as long as you don't start until after the moon goes into Taurus at 11:48 a.m. The moon will be in Aries until 8:07 a.m., but in between there, void of course moon again. And the moon will be conjunct Uranus, and that's going to cause a lot of excitement. And then also it will be conjunct to Mercury. So there's just a lot going on there. And then Mercury will be trine to Saturn very late in the day there, like 2:16 p.m. Eastern time. So Mercury trine Saturn is excellent for communication because it allows us to give structure to our thoughts. So all of those things that we have rambling in our heads, we can actually get out into a form that other people can understand. And that's so important. That's really the art of communication, if you ask me. On Thursday, we have that Jupiter square Pluto thing happening, and there's going to be a lot of energy around because of that. But we will also have the Taurus moon, so people will be slightly stubborn about it, and maybe really stubborn about their vision being more important than your vision. So I would say to just keep your, stand your ground and be patient. Negotiation can always come later. On Friday, we have the void of course moon until 10 or 12:40 p.m. 12:40 p.m. right after lunch time in the East Coast here. And then we have the moon in Gemini. That's good for communication, too. You might notice that you're getting more calls. Those people who said they were going to get back to you finally do. And all of that great stuff. And Mercury moves into Taurus. So, like we said, if you want somebody to change their mind about something, get them to do it before Mercury goes into Taurus. Saturday, Gemini moon, very nice, very good for communication. If you're in sales, this is excellent. Always, you can, you reach out to touch somebody to get their attention, and they're right there. So Saturday is excellent. Sunday, the moon goes void, of course, at 10:43 a.m. and stays that way until 2:27 p.m. when it goes into Cancer. And people will become a little bit more nurturing and more centered on taking care of one another at that point. And then also we have Venus moving into Pisces on Sunday. So that is our week ahead. I hope that you will come and see me at Journeys. I'll be at Journeys on Friday, March 31st from 1 to 5 p.m. You can call 412-681-8755 for your appointment. I'll also be doing guided meditation at Green Arrows on Monday evenings, every Monday evening from 8:15 till 9 o'clock, and every Thursday evening from 6 to 6:45. So we hope we'll catch you no matter what your schedule is, either or both of those days. So that's what's going on for me this week. Soon I will also be coming out to Sedona again. So if you're out in that area of the world and you'd like to have a reading with me, contact me now and we'll make an appointment for the dates when I'll be there, April 5th through 11th. So let me know about that. And anywhere, anytime that you want to get me for hypnotherapy as well as transpersonal coaching and astrology, you can find me at judy@readthestars.com. And I also want to make sure that you're listening to our Deep Dives podcast. Jossa Johnson and I have put together an incredible show for you guys. This time it's about prosperity, and the next time we're going to be telling you all about our trip to Sedona, but that'll be coming in soon. Just make sure that you catch up with that and the first two shows as well. And if you have any questions, comments, or you'd like to make an appointment with me personally, you can do that at Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com.